City News everywhere.
Indigenous youth get to see representation.
History made in Manitoba Tuesday night as Wab Kinew becomes the first First Nations premier in the province. So what could this historic victory mean for Indigenous youth, not just here in Manitoba, but across Canada?
I want to speak to young Nietzsche's in particular. I was given a second chance in life. And I would like to think that I've made good on that opportunity.
We deserve to see this change, and we are so happy it's finally happening.
18-year-old Selena Starling says having Kinew as Manitoba's premier-elect is a pillar of hope for Indigenous youth like herself.
For myself, being a foster care survivor, being 18 years old, getting to see this change happen, it gives me a sense of hope, and especially the thousands and thousands of Indigenous youth across Canada. Seeing the first First Nations premier in Canadian history, it's crucial, it's incredible, and it's a beautiful thing that's happened.
Those feelings echoed by Youth Chief Treshelle Bunn, calling the victory for Kinew a massive win for Indigenous youth.
He really is a trailblazer for our people, and he's definitely someone that youth will look up to and know that they can see themselves represented within this space now, and know that they can see it, believe it, achieve it, and do it. And Wab really did break down those barriers for us.
Indigenous advocate Kyle Mason watched Tuesday night play out and couldn't help but think what the victory means for his 10-year-old son.
He's going to grow up in a world where Indigenous peoples can hold offices like Premier and probably someday in the future Prime Minister, and I think it's a game changer for a lot of people.
Kinew becomes the first First Nations premier in Manitoba history, but history professor Adele Perry says he's not the first Indigenous premier, as Lou Riel, who has been argued as Manitoba's first premier, was Métis, and John Norquay, Manitoba's fifth premier from 1878 to 1887, was also Métis. Perry, however, says having 136 years without an Indigenous leader tells us a great deal about the settler colonial order that unfolded in Manitoba.
It's a shift that I think kind of suggests that colonial order that was built through law and practice and violence throughout the end of the 19th century and the 20th century is being challenged in real ways.
As for Starling, she believes this is just the beginning of many firsts.
Being Indigenous and First Nations myself, getting to see this change happening while I'm alive, it's incredible. Getting to see representation is really important, especially for Indigenous youth to see that.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.